How's it going, everybody? My name is Zach Fragged, and I apologize for the audio. I'm recording this on my PlayStation, but today I'm bringing you my video on the best Berserker build. Daniel did the video on the best Kensei build, so today I want to go over the best Berserker build. Now, I primarily play Berserker. I just like playing as Berserker. He's brutal, he's fast, and he's also really annoying if you're on the receiving end, I'm not gonna lie. But basically, I primarily play Berserker, and we're going to go over the loadout I chose to go with, and he is a revenge primary build. So as you can see with the helm in particular, the debuff resistance is really low, but that's mainly because debuff resistance is a very odd trait in this game and a very weird stat. It's both consistent at times, but then it isn't. There have been several occasions where I've been debuffed by a Kensei's Chilling Stare, and I've just cleaved through that guy no problem with both my defense and my attack lowered. Then again, he may have just sucked. But as you can see, the revenge mode duration is pretty freaking high on this, and you have to remember, duration is just the amount of time you have the revenge mode, which is what you want with this build, and you'll see why in a little bit. But you'll see the main trait with this is exhaustion recovery. Now, Berserker can only do damage with R2 attacks. However, you can combine these R2 attacks with R1 attacks to go on R2, R1, R2, R1, etc., etc. Now, this greatly reduces his stamina in a quick amount of time, but exhaustion recovery helps you bring that back when you finally deplete your stamina. And as we're going to go over to the next one here, the Valorous Chest. The execution health regen, very good, I find, personally. It's very useful. Not so much during duels and brawls, because the armor stats don't really matter in duels and brawls, but this is particularly helpful when playing skirmish, dominion, or elimination matches, because if I'm low on health, I just gotta pop the head off one of the bad guys, and then bam, I earn 2 more health bars back. But you will notice that this chest plate does not block damage that well, and that's because as a Berserker, you're an assassin, you want to move quick. Berserker is not a tank. He isn't built to take a lot of damage. He's built to hit hard. To put it bluntly, he's like a glass cannon almost. If you're good with Berserker, he's a glass cannon because he hits hard, but he's fragile if you end up getting ganked by like a Conqueror or a Warlord at the same time. Like, trust me, I've had that happen to me before. But sprint speed is very important because in a Dominion skirmish or elimination match, you want to be moving around a lot, catching objectives, killing guys, and reviving teammates. Even though, as you'll see in the next trait, revive speed is not that important. And why? I'm not going to need to revive my teammates because I'm just going to kill everyone, you know, kind of like Daniel. We're just going to kill everybody. We don't need to revive our teammates. But this is where you see all the damage block resistance is. It's on the shoulders here, along with another very important trait when playing as Berserker, stamina regen. Again, really freaking important to have your exhaustion recovery high and your stamina regen high when playing as Berserker, because he can only move fast with R2s. Like, his R1 on its own is the slowest friggin' attack on its own. But if you combine it with other attacks, it becomes quicker. And next up, we're going to be moving on to my axes. And I just want to appreciate these things for a little bit, because we actually have one axe head, which is all pimp and gold. It looks real good. And then we have the other axe head, which looks very rusty and like all day. I like the dynamic of like one's like good and the other's like evil. That's like kind of what it represents. But we'll start off with my right head here, and yes, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has a high defense and a high stamina cost reduction, which means swinging this thing isn't going to cost a thing. This is like, not only is this a revenge build, it's a stamina cost effective build, which is very important in my opinion. Anyway, this is opinionated in this case when playing a Berserker, because he's hard as shit to play sometimes, but when you have items that can boost his recovery speed from a stamina loss, that's pretty important. And then we got the handles here, and feet cooldown, not really a big deal, because even if you have a high feet cooldown reduction, it's not really gonna matter because the feats are still gonna take forever to build up. But you'll see the main things I have here is my revenge mode defense and the revenge mode and the revenge gain that I get from defense. If you are the best at blocking in this game, you are really going to benefit from this class, because when you block with this character, you will get your revenge in like just a few blocks. Like the way this character has become useful to me is when I've noticed, anyway, is when I've gone up in a 1v2 situation where I'm up against two people. When I'm having to block two people at once, it's really useful then, because I get my revenge fast, and then, as we'll transfer over to the other axe head, they get destroyed, because look at that revenge mode attack. Fuck throw distance, look at that revenge mode attack. These axes will destroy you once you're in will destroy you once I get my revenge. Like, revenge mode, pop my revenge, you will destroy anyone in your path. And then revenge gained by injury, also important, because if you suck at blocking like I do, you're gonna get hit a lot, but it doesn't do as much as defense. But still, I'm like 50-50, so that is the best Berserker build. And I will probably do another video, if you guys so wish to see it, on how to play Berserker, but just like Daniel mentioned in the previous video about executions here, his execution, which was the fastest, was just the simple cutting off the head. I've timed all of these, and the fastest one is definitely This Is Valkenheim. Only by like a couple milliseconds compared to, I think it was this one, Blood Rage. Only by a couple seconds, this one was only by a couple milliseconds, this one was faster, but this one is definitely faster. If you just want to execute someone and get the fuck out of there, I recommend using that one. And quickly, I just want to go over my feats and how they balance out with this character. Bounty Hunter, very important to have. Gain health and stamina when you kill another hero. I think that's important. Doom Banner, I don't actually use that much, so I'm going to change that for revenge attacks. Because, well, it was originally revenge attacks because I played a game a couple days ago where I wanted to try out the Doom Banner, but this is the best two to go with. And then you can either go Throwing Axe or Fury, in my opinion, because Fury is great, and Berserker. Just Berserker all the way. Raises sprint, speed, defense, and attacks greatly. And these are okay, but Berserker is really important, because here's a fun little fact: Berserker actually stacks with your revenge stats. So if you pop your revenge while using Berserker, I killed a warlord in like 2 hits, and he had more than 3/4 of his health. So yeah, that's important to know, and that is my ultimate form for Berserker. And that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.